And now we can begin. You know what I'm saying? Where do we begin? It's a lot going on in the world. I mean,
who you want to start with? Shout outs. I guess rest in peace.
Yes.
John Witherspoon.
Oh, Pops, man. Yeah, the hood Pops, man. Like, you know, respecting definitely gonna call him by his name, John Witherspoon, but that's forever gonna be like real life, the hood Pops. Like, you know what I'm saying? Forever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He was in my all-time favorite, man.
The Shuffle?
Winky. Dinky.
I mean, but just think about that on the respect level of him. Like, he spanned the 70s, late 70s.
The man was born in 42.
80s, right. 90s, 2000s, and even up this era, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He touched like 4 or 5 generations, dog. Like, you know what I mean? From...
And was going to touch another one with the reboot of the Boondocks that was supposed to come out.
And the new Friday that was going to drop, too.
Man. Like, doing a new Friday?
Yeah, they was setting up to start shooting a new Friday in, I think, November. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. You never know. Heart attack.
Yeah, man.
Cardiac arrest.
That's what it was?
That's what I read, yeah. So, yeah, cardiac arrest. You know, it caught everybody by surprise, you know, so. I mean, he was 77, but he appeared to be, you know.
In great shape, man, and just, he was one of them people genuinely just seemed like a nice, happy, real fella, man. Like, he ain't pulling no punches, he kept it funky with you, but he was nice as hell, man, and he was funnier than most. Yeah. Anything he was in, it could be 5 minutes, it could be a minute, and his presence was felt.
Right, that is a show stealer.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like he inspired you, Sleeves, so you got to coordinate.
You know what I'm saying? All day.
Coordinate.
I mean, he did from '92. You know what I mean? And shout out to him. He up there with Moms now because Moms put me on to him. Going to go see Boomerang at Cheltenham Mall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? About to take you all the way back when Cheltenham Mall had a movie theater, not that Home Depot back there. All right. Yeah, it was the 10:30 showing. You know what I'm saying? I was 12 years old, dog, in a line. That was the first line I ever stood in for like a movie. That's how packed it was. It was opening weekend for Boomerang. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I saw Boys in the Hood there. I remember.
Yeah,
it was
like
just
that.
So weird. Like,
you know what I'm saying? That's nostalgia to a T.
That was like the first shooting, John.
The first shooting.
I mean, it was like, ain't nobody expect Ricky to get popped like that. Like,
and then there was one for New Jack City.
Well, yeah, but this was after Boys in the Hood. That was like for 9-year-old or however old I was. Like, damn.
Yeah, no,
Ricky got blasted.
Yeah, definitely. That was a real flip.
But yeah, no, John Witherspoon definitely triple OG, man. Sad to see him go. You think about all the movies and the time it spanned, like you said, The Shuffle, Richard Pryor's show. Just that 5 minutes in Boomerang where he stole the show.
You got to coordinate.
I mean,
Mushroom liner.
Exactly, man. Mushroom belt. And it don't stop there. And you don't stop there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man.
Then the Pops and
Friday
and Boondocks.
Boondocks, yeah, Boondocks amazing.
We were just talking about hateocracy the other day. Right. Oh, thank God for jail. Wonderful jail. Get these niggas out of here.
Like, come on, man. He lived forever, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, real talk. Like, he gonna live forever. Like,
definitely made his mark. Left his mark.
Yeah, man. Comedy world, entertainment world. You know, definitely lost a great one. But we appreciate everything he did, B. Like, yeah, I'm gonna forever be saying his lines. So,
absolutely.
Now sliding into some other topics, man. Sleeves, you peeped that new Kanye West gospel album?
That I did. Yeah. Now, this is where I will go since I am, you know, I guess quasi, yes, I believe in Jesus all day long. That is my father, and I'm with Jesus all day. But in that, this is what I will say. I will give respect because you created a piece of art stating Jesus is king. Cool. I'll go ahead with that. But after that, with you as the man and everything you got left going on and what you got coming out your mouth, that really don't coincide with what real spiritual love people with that following and that cause really believe in. It's not about boasting about things. You don't say, you know, God blessed me with $68 million in tax returns. Like, okay, what are you doing with that for the people? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you bolstering on? Like, you know, so...
I was having a conversation with some friends last night, right? And y'all think maybe this is Kanye's attempt to get back in the good graces of black people after the
Most definitely.
Trump fiasco?
Most
Or is it genuine? Like, maybe throughout all of this, you know, all the trials and tribulations that he's gone through recently, maybe he has found God, found religion, and he's trying to express.
But didn't he always have it though? Because you came out with Jesus Walks.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe he had it, lost it, and now it's coming back to it.
All right,
possibly.
fair enough.
It could just be to get back in the good graces of black people. Because at one point, Kanye was quote unquote our man, our guy, so to speak. Ever since Hurricane Katrina, speaking out against George Bush, is being real blunt with it. You know, George Bush does not like black people, and then the music that followed after it.
But then I got a problem. You know, he's a conundrum of sorts, and
If I may,
go ahead.
From the atheist perspective, it's all the work. None of that shit is real.
You don't think there's nothing genuine about it?
Freak no, man. Like you said, trying to do this to get. I hate that everything in my life coincides with pro wrestling, but sometimes good guys turn bad and bad guys turn good. This is what you call a face turn. This is what he's doing right now. When they rush out to help the junkyard dog, oh, and all of a sudden he's back with the fans. He got him barking with the people now. Yeah. Okay, yeah, he's a good guy again. He's siding and flexing with Hulk Hogan. He's the man now. He ain't walking with Bobby the Brain. All this shit is work, man. You gotta be kidding me.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like it's an angle, but I've listened to the album. I've only really played like 2 tracks, the intro and the last song. Like everything else in between there is like,
you know what? See, and it's funny that you say that because I guess.
Do you listen to his stuff?
Yeah, of course.
What'd you think of it?
Whatever. You know, look. You go back, you watch the podcast. You know, I'm a Kanye fan. I've always been a Kanye fan. I haven't always approved of some of the things Kanye's been doing recently, but he's a grown-ass man. He don't need my approval. I'm just offering my opinion.
Certainly.
Right?
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is that I heard the album. I'm listening to it. But to kind of ride on what Sleaze was saying, this is what I think as well. This is how you figure out if this is genuine or not. It depends on how well the album does. If the album doesn't do that well, and then we get another gospel album, I'll say, you know what, he's really with it. Because it's not about the money
it's
or the
not about the streams and all like that.
It's about him putting out this art for the Lord, because that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And he's in that position where he don't need the bread, he don't need the money, you know?
So it should be about, at this point in your life and in your career, everything you doing should be for the love.
There should be no more ego or nothing in it. You know
so if the next CD or next album,
if the next album is completely
is about like a Bentley and
left of this
and getting bitches,
then it's like, oh, then I kind of think all that before was like we said earlier.
Yeah, now put it to you like this: if a year from now, what was it? What's this been the Sunday church sessions he's been doing or whatever?
Yeah.
If I'm not seeing,
and they've been popping.
Yeah, but I get where I'm going. That's cool. But you know how anything go. Is it really consistent, or was it just a move, just for a second? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, end of the day, everybody grow, and especially with him, he forever changing.
Okay.
He's switching up all day long. You know what I mean? So who knows with him? But you know, I see what you put out as the art, but then I hear you talk, and it just goes like completely the other way. It's like it's not matching up with what you putting out. Like, cause if you on that kick, you know, the Lord was the most humble, you know, whether it be Jesus, Allah, whoever, they're humble beings, okay, that represent love. It's not about boasting about stuff with you and talking about how, you know, somebody like Trump, you get what I'm saying? Like he got so many levels to him, dog. Like saying this, you saying Jesus is king, but you over here bigging up and actually like sucking Trump. You kind of doing the shucking and jiving for them people. Like and you one of our people, supposed to be. Like, so I don't get it with Ye. I'm in a whole confused state with this nigga right now. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, but I still, you know, downloaded the project, gave it, you know, because like you, Stop, I'm a fan, and I'm a fan of the man, and I'm a fan for the culture. So I gave him his go, but it's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel with that, like that project.
So I didn't give it a go. You sound like there's no real value in me. Like, hey, let me give it a listen. Like,
I mean, are you in the gospel music? Or you in the secular music? You know?
No, so wouldn't do nothing for you. That ain't your bag.
This has nothing to do with anything. But when I listen to gospel music, instead of picturing them talking about Jesus, I think about them talking about their drug dealer. don't know if that makes me weird or not, but if you
Yeah,
listen to
that's
gospel
way-
and they start singing
way
and praising
left.
like
Whoa.
God, if you just
No.
think about them talking about like
No.
somebody they get their heroin from or something,
No.
it
'Cause
makes
why
it
is
entertaining to me. Hey, listen, man, you know, you listen to music for entertainment value. This is what makes me giggle. I don't know.
I mean,
Whoa.
I would say.
Whoa.
Yeah,
What the fuck? Like, I have to give that reply immediately. Like, what the fuck? But hey,
Yeah.
that's why, you know,
Opinions,
exactly. That's why, you know, I love them. Exactly. That's how it goes, man.
Well, look, I would say, listen. Now, I have heard some dope gospel music, and I'm not really into gospel music. And if it's a jam, it's a jam. Period. It don't matter, you know what I mean? So, like I said, you can check it out. I'm sure you're going to find something on there you can bop to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But will it be your new bag?
I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I see him forwarding damn near.
Does he
every
have
track.
like guest tracks on there?
He got like joint with the clips, because you know he got Pusher and No Malice on there.
Yeah.
Because you know No Malice been went left from all that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know his name was No Malice now.
It's No Malice now. Yeah, because you know he found God. And decided to go another route with it.
He done turned down money. Like, he real with it. Like, he done cut it out. It's been over a decade. He been on that type stuff.
Or you know that could be the next flip, because Ye did do all the work with Pusha T on the secular side of things.
Mm-hmm.
So now maybe he's gonna get with No Malice and drop another crazy, some more heat on the gospel side of things.
Some Jesus heat.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, whatever, man. If it's all in the right form, then I'm with it.
He's a
But
creative and he's pushing the envelope, so I'm all for that.
that's,
There you
I mean,
go.
that's what it is at the end of the day. So, I mean, he switches it up, and that's what you're supposed to do. You can't say he keeps it the same, dog.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? Just switch up like a chameleon.
What's up with your man Conor McGregor, Ty?
Beat somebody ass in a bar or
He
got into a
pled
fight or
guilty to
something
that,
like
man, but he ain't gonna do no jail time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think though he might need to go sit down somewhere.
Well, I'd also like to see him fight the winner of tonight's fight.
The Nate Diaz joint, right?
Yeah, they might
Wait,
sit
who's
his
Diaz
ass.
fighting tonight?
Jorge Masvidal.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some money on Nate, obviously, but that should be a good ass fight. Either way, you
Because
know.
it'll be a Diaz 3.
Yeah, because they both won one.
Yeah.
But Diaz is the dog in this fight, and there ain't no guarantee this boy Masvidal coming to fight, man. He's
got some looks, man.
no hoe at all. He got the fastest recorded knockout in UFC history when he ran up and gave that boy a knee to a skull in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. And that dude he need is, you know, he could fight. He's pretty good. He just knocked out Chris Weidman like
kind of hard to
3 weeks ago.
To you know,
Yeah.
stand up against a flying knee to.
Correct. But to your original question, I don't
I think
really
they need to put him on ice for a little while, man.
You know how it goes. Sometimes they start to get to thinking that they too bad for society and they above it because I do this and I can do that with my hands.
And he
shit.
keeps getting away with it.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like, you don't know how far he's going to take the next thing. You already done threw a chair at a bus and got broke the
see, the
window,
thing
got glass
is,
in people's eyes, affecting other people.
You
fighters'
can run
careers.
into the wrong person, and they'll blow your ass the fuck on out of there, blow your fucking brains out. Nigga talking that square up. Oh yeah, what square up? You know what I'm saying? And that's it for Conor.
Square my aim up.
Like, yeah, dog, like, that's where you gotta chill with that shit.
There got to be some Irish gangsters. He shouldn't be there. Oh, you want to square up now?
Yeah,
I'll square up for you the right way. We'll square all the way up if that's what you want, lad.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't want that shit. So.
Might have been a box, periwinkle blue.
Exactly.
I mean, but there's nothing new from somebody who's exceptional in combat, you know, spouting off at the mouth thinking they bigger than, you know, what the law is. That go back to since people been able to knock other folks out. Like, that's just life. But sometimes they go a little too far and they got to get reined in.
Thomas Mansion, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mansion all day, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Where it began. But man, stop put everybody onto the park, man. Put everybody on in here, dog. Got several paper trails because of this good brother in the back.
Man.
You
Did
need a
get
job,
referral
nigga?
For that?
All y'all can eat.
You know what I'm
Get a
saying?
referral for that?
No,
Make sure.
Damn.
Yeah, man, he should have.
that
He
on the love.
been
Corny
eat.
as shit.
He should have. He put like 8 niggas in there. Like, my goodness. You know what I'm saying? You need a job?
Threw them a
You got
couple
a problem?
legendary ranges.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You need a job, man? Come on. You don't mind wearing a little brown joint? You'll be all right, man. You're going to walk around, keep you exercise, man. It's
No, but I mean, like how many people for real? Like me, you?
I was just, I mean, it
I mean,
just, it
the
was a
ladder went
trickle-down
on.
effect, man.
Exactly.
I
Because
put
you got
on, you
Kev.
put people on.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what
the
I'm
tree.
saying? Yeah, dog. It definitely was.
Kev
You
put his
know,
brother on.
but remember,
Yeah.
who started this? Me.
That's who.
That's who.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, that's
Who
what I'm
sought
saying.
out. I wonder what it'd be like to work in the park.
Exactly. Like just had the gall to go ahead and just fill out an app and see what was good and got in.
I always tell people it's a great young person job because
is.
you can get
yeah.
to learn to drive around the city, learn shortcuts. Like I take ways to center city in different areas that I learned then that I still use
It's
now.
a stepping stone too if you really want to get into like working in the city.
Exactly. There's also that platform, so there's nothing bad about it as long as you don't need it to pay bills.
Not
Hairy
real.
there. Ooh, let's go down here and see if there's gonna be another car on fire.
Yeah. But speaking of fires,
Yeah.
hot dumpster fires. So boy, Tank, man.
Oh my. Wait, he said, and I didn't read it, but somebody told me, you don't necessarily mean you're gay if you suck a dick. Is that what he said?
So what?
Yeah, wow.
You know? What is that? What have we come to as a society?
You motherfuckers look at my face
takes a
right
few
now.
dicks.
You understand? You understand?
I was just helping him relax.
Just helping him relax.
You can't relax nowadays, y'all too sensitive.
What has happened to the day of the era of the stand-up niggas? Like that they shut the shit down
Like,
from jump.
The natural follow-up to that is, what exactly constitutes homosexuality if dick in mouth still doesn't check the box? Like,
Now, wait. I get it. Under duress, forced, it's rape.
listen, we
It's
not
not
talking.
the
He wasn't in that context.
But we ain't
That's
even
not where
going
he was
there.
going.
We're not even
He
going there.
tried to justify it by saying like, yo, if you steal something once or twice, it don't necessarily make you like, a thief or something along those lines. You know what I mean?
Nigga, yeah,
So
you
he's
got
trying to say,
thief
like, yo, if you
tendencies.
suck the dick once or twice.
What are you talking about, Tank? You dumb motherfucker. You got thief tendency if you did it twice.
You would leave that person around your jewelry.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Exactly. Like,
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
You don't listen.
So you gonna
There
make sure
is
you
no.
cover up when
I don't want to steal that because I know I'm not
experiment.
supposed to steal that. There's something in the back of my conscience that said I'm not supposed to take that. There's something in my straight consciousness that says motherfucker will never be near a penis. You understand? That ain't mine. You understand? And no sexual facet,
In our societies,
at all.
homosexuality
and
for men,
everything.
there's no wiggle room.
There's
no wiggle room.
No,
You know
nigga.
what I mean? So
Ain't no experimenting.
If there's wiggle room, it starts way before a dick in the mouth. Like,
Yeah,
there's no
like-
wiggle that has to be a point of no return.
What?
Like, that really has to be that.
Oh, and before we roll, I got to ask, did y'all see it? Shout out to the legend as well, Rudy Ray Moore. Dolomite. Dolomite.
There you go.
Dolomite is the name?
Saying it like
You know what I'm saying?
Dynamite again.
That was
Shit.
funny. At first, 'cause see, I thought he was going to just remake the entire movie, but he didn't. So it was cool the way they did it too as well.
I thought it was very well done the way they did it, man.
Nah, yeah, that was absolutely, well done.
I've been directed by Roman Polanski. I have an entertainment lawyer.
You can't just run up on
Thought you
me.
was gonna see me in the strip club and offer me a job.
Now I was kind of salty that there was no. I thought Michael Jai White should have had some kind of cameo or something in there.
Why?
Because think about it. Black Dynamite,
Yeah.
Bullhorn, it's like Dolomite. It's a
Yeah.
spinoff of that. And even when you watch the Black Dynamite movies, one of the first things I noticed was like how in some scenes the boom mic would be all in the
course,
shot,
all
just
of
like
that.
in Dolomite,
Yeah,
like in
I mean,
original
but,
Dolomite
like,
movie.
That was going
There's
on.
like a myriad of black exploitation movies
Yeah, that's
all
going on.
had that,
Superfly had a
functional
moment
shit.
like that. And then,
But I mean, but
nobody's
it's an
just-
ode to all of them. I don't disagree
But
with
his
that.
is
But
the most relevant right now.
Sure,
You know what I mean?
sure.
I was like, oh, I didn't get Michael Giant. You know what I mean? But whatever, it's cool. But yeah, that
I mean, they
that
had
was
enough
fun.
motherfuckers in there, man.
I remember watching Dolomite, like the original movie, and seeing that in the shot, like, yo, what is
Nah,
this?
what
Like,
do you mean? That took me back.
but now that you understand that he was working with borrowed money and he had a limited amount of time to get shit, I was like, yeah, well, they just had to go with what they had.
I mean, I got that when I watched it. I'm just gonna be honest. I remember watching that. That was something that, shout out to my man Pat. That was something that me, Pat, and John would go to Blockbuster. Like, that's how we got on. We started renting blaxploitation joints from like Blockbuster and like Hollywood or whatever every weekend. And we came across Dolomite because Dolomite had like 6 joints in this section. So it was like, nah, we gotta start with the first one, dog. Saw the first one, and that nigga said, "What's wrong with you, bitch? I don't wear no goddamn cotton drawers. What's wrong with you?" And then this nigga said, "Oh, y'all thought I was bullshitting. Y'all gonna see this shit again in replay." Yeah, I said, yo. That's the first time I said, yo, the boy had instant replay back in the day, dog. I said, he off the hook, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's actually like right before this movie came out. It was on. Well, and it still is. You can watch it on Prime Video. Dolomite.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it still is on there now. And you get a new appreciation for watching it after you see, you know.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking that Netflix was going to do something like that. Like since they had that, you get what I'm saying?
It was
And then throw.
probably already booked Oprah.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all, I'm at least getting this money.
So I had just watched
The
it again
runoff.
recently. Oh, a couple months ago, I had just watched it again.
Same.
I was just cracking up like, yo.
You gonna have to take me,
Because
nigga.
the kung fu scenes
Is
is
that-
No, the fighting.
amazing.
Yo, dog.
Like,
Boom, boom.
so much cooperation
Yeah.
and awful work done.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, he had 2 minutes to get that shot
But it's
done.
so bad it's good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, and that's very real.